And an officer is enjoying the first day of retirement this morning. What Officer Solo will do in his downtime.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Tamara Damante.
And I'm Matt Lovelace, 6:30 a.m. Adam Del Rosso has a look at our weather. Adam.
Another cold forecast here this morning. Not quite as bad as it was yesterday, so we don't have the wind chill advisories, but you're still going to want to bundle up. Look at these numbers. 2 above in Lincoln, 2 below in Springfield and Jacksonville. We've got 0 now indicator, 4 below in Champaign. Watseka, we're at 1 below with Paris checking in at 4 below. You factor in the wind, many of us about 10 to 20 degrees below 0 for those wind chills. JC's 3-degree guarantee does get us to 20 this afternoon. We've got a whole lot of sunshine on the way. Those winds are going to come out of the south and southwest, which is going to help to bring in some relatively milder air as well. Eventually, we climb into the 40s and 50s. We'll tell you when in my complete forecast coming up at 6:41.
All right, thanks, Adam. The Decatur celebration is one step closer to coming back for 2018. WAND's Darren Mullen shows us how the City Council voted to keep a restriction.
The Decatur City Council is no longer on the fence about the fence, and that's good news for Matt Kaufman and his Boy Scouts.
Many units basically fund their entire year by working parking lots during the celebration each year.
And no fence could have meant no Decatur celebration. The council voted in favor of bringing the fence back 6-1, a move celebration organizers say allows them to charge admission and pay for big acts to perform.
The fence is a vital part of the Decatur celebration's success into the future. As things have changed throughout the years, it has become necessary to have some type of an admission, not only for safety and security, but also for income.
From talking with the celebration leadership and other community leaders, that if they don't have the fence, they really can't afford to put the celebration on.
But not everyone is convinced the fence is such a good idea. Councilman Pat McDaniel was the lone no vote. He says the fence will limit access to local businesses.
I've talked to retailers and a lot of them are struggling even during the celebration.
But for Kaufman, Tuesday's vote is a key win for all the Boy Scouts looking to park cars and go camping next fall.
Anything that we can do to help reduce costs to parents to make scouting more affordable is very important.
In Decatur, Darren Mullen, WAND News.
Now, we've asked a number of times how much money implementing the fence brought in last year. We have yet to receive a response on that. A crackdown on video gambling. The Champaign City Council approved regulations on the machines. They include putting a cap on gambling cafes and lounges. Along with the cap, Champaign gambling parlors will see a jump in fees.
My concern is the terminal fee, the $250 per terminal at this point.
I'm okay with this. I think that some regulation and some doing some things to maybe limit. I agree with Mr. Meyer. I've never had a problem with the gaming terminals at brick and mortar restaurants and businesses. It's the gaming cafes that are set up specifically to basically not create jobs, not create anything but to take money, and usually take that money elsewhere out of this community.
City Council members say even though this measure passed, they will continue to make changes to those regulations.
And Comptroller Susana Mendoza called out the governor. Mendoza says that Governor Bruce Rauner needs to propose a balanced budget next month. The governor responded to those comments.
We have never had a balanced budget that I can find, and that's caused us all kinds of trouble. So I look forward to proposing a balanced budget and to passing a balanced budget.
For the 3 years of his administration, the governor has failed to prepare and submit a balanced budget to the General Assembly. The one closest to being balanced was $3.5 billion off.
The State of the Budget address is on February the 14th.
The White House physician says the president's health is excellent. Dr. Ronnie Johnson, a Navy admiral, oversaw the president's first annual physical conducted Friday at Walter Reed. In an hour-long news conference, Dr. Jackson says the 71-year-old president's cardiac health is excellent and his mental acuity very sharp. He said Mr. Trump scored perfect marks on the cognitive exam, which would screen for early of Alzheimer's or other challenges. But Dr. Jackson says Mr. Trump weighs 239 pounds, a number he'd like to see lower.
He and I talked, and he would like to lose over the next, I think, a reasonable goal over the next year or so is to lose 15 pounds. We talked about diet and exercise a lot. He's more enthusiastic about the diet part than the exercise part, but we're going to do both.
The doctor says Trump should remain fit for duty for years and chalks his good health partly up to genetics and abstaining from tobacco and alcohol. The Center for Disease Control says the E. coli outbreak caused by romaine lettuce has spread to Illinois. With the E. coli now in the state, many wonder what symptoms you should look out for.
An E. coli infection of the digestive tract usually includes symptoms of diarrhea and abdominal pain. Usually those symptoms can range from very mild to very severe.
Symptoms normally last between a few days and a week. If your symptoms become severe, contact your doctor immediately.
Ferrero, a global confectionery group, plans to buy the Bloomington Nestle plant and 2 others here in Illinois. Ferrero will buy Nestle's facilities in Bloomington, Franklin Park, and Itasca. The company will buy the facilities for $2.8 billion. Ferrero says that current employees will be retained, and the deal is expected to close in the first quarter of this year. Yoga for Cats had its first adoption. Recently, the organization became a licensed rescue, and since then, Maddie found the perfect forever home. They say that her family is eager to cater to her diva ways. Lucky cat.
Sounds like a cat, just in general.
You got it. Well, after 6 years of service, a Champaign canine officer turned in his badge.
Officer Solo retired Tuesday. The canine served with drug detection, article search tracking, building searches, and apprehension. He will spend his retirement with Officer Finisi. His favorite pastime is playing with Barbies with the youngest member of the family. Canine Officer Saudo will replace Solo. A baby in Kentucky decided to arrive a few weeks early. The adventure baby Stella put her parents through. And here's a look at what's coming up throughout the morning here on WAND.
And now for a quick look at this week's After Coffee deal. You can get half off of a 1-year membership to the Decatur Athletic Club. You can have full access to all of the Athletic Club's facilities. Just head to WANDTV.com, where you can learn more about this After Coffee deal and other local deals still available. And here's a live look outside right now. It looks cold out there, and it is, so bundle up once again this morning. Adam takes a look at your forecast and when we can expect a warm up after this.